And now it is time for the Love and Hip Hop New York Season 4 Episode 2 Review, Recap, and Opinion. This episode was titled Stray Bullets. Let's get into it. This installment in the Love and Hip Hop franchise starts off at Village Underground in New York City with Amina and Rich Dollars. We are continuing from last week's episode where Peter Gunz went to the bathroom and left thirsty Rich Dollars with his hot wife Amina. If the cameras weren't there, Rich would have humped her leg like a dog. So Amina is open and honest with Rich. She lets the cornball know that she is married to Peter Gunz and even has a humongous tattoo of his fugly last name. Panky? Really? On a side note, Amina looks like the love child of R&B pop goddess Aaliyah and the video game character Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Being Peter's mail-order German bride in secret is becoming very tiresome for Amina Buddafly. She is about to start telling everybody about their secret. And I don't mean the secret that she's a butterfly human lycanthrope who transforms back and forth either, okay? Anyway, she's tired of keeping a secret, and who knows, maybe their marriage will be revoked, seeing that he allegedly married her so she wouldn't be deported back to Europe and decapitated by Adolf Hitler. Or at least that's just how I imagine Germany. Anyway, in the next scene, K. Michelle and Paris are meeting up with the Yandy Smith at Pounds and Ounces in Chelsea, New York. Pounds and Ounces sounds like a marijuana dispensary to me. Anyway, they are having girl talk about K. Michelle meeting a new man. She wants to meet a New York guy who wears tight undershirts and Timberland boots, aka a down low brother. Black women like K. Michelle are never satisfied until they contact the AIDS. Kimberly lets us know that she does not want a man with a hairless cat. Why, you ask? Apparently the voices in her head are allergic to pussy cats. We also find out that K. Michelle does not approve of thirsty Rich Dollars because she thinks that he is a loser. I agree. I find this news to be downright ironic because I think that K. Michelle and Rich Dollars would actually make a good couple. They're two big mouth, thirsty bitches. So now we're at the attic in Queens, New York with Nia Lee. And Nia Lee is a rapper and an exotic dancer. And when I say exotic, I mean bald. Seriously, she is baby bald. I mean, I see more edge on a thin crust pizza. And I honestly would recommend a hair helmet in this case. Anyway, this whack rapper named Nia Lee has been saving her trollop pennies from dancing and has been using it to fund her pseudo music business ventures. And that is one bad investment. She can't rap and she looks a mess. I don't know whether or not she has a birthmark on her chest, or whether or not she spilled hot cocoa on herself, or she filmed a scat movie and just didn't clean up afterwards, but she has something on her chest. In any event, if she gets a 360 deal and ends up broke, she'll be very lucky. This overconfident chick claims to be one of the best dancers and even one of the best rappers to boot. Okay. In reality, she sounds extremely mediocre, and her song with Jadakiss will downgrade his career. So Thirsty Rich Dollars stops by. He should have taken a cue from her necklace, which reads, quote, "I'm rich, bitch." What kind of woman wears something so tacky? Oh yeah, a bald-headed woman who's a wannabe rapper and an exotic dancer. So Rich and this rat start arguing like a couple of drunk women. And of all of the things an entire world to be arguing about, they are discussing Rich having a relationship with Erica Mena. Seriously, bald eagle? This Nia chick is super cocky, and she has a dick-looking head to go along with her cockiness. She's poking and stroking at Rich's ego, letting Rich know that she is that hairless cat. I mean that bitch. So after this pretty much worthless scene, we're at Mama Juan Cafe in Washington Heights, New York City. New York City? Peter Tarzan Gunz is meeting up with Tara, and he brought a bouquet of flowers with him because that's what sorry, broke men do. Kobe Bryant will buy you a $4 million ring after he cheats. Anyway, Tara had a gut feeling that he was cheating on her around the time when he got this other chick pregnant. I guess she's having that gut feeling again, unless she caught something from his feet. Anyway, according to her storyline, she feels that he needs to have boundaries with these women. Little does she know, all she needs to do is put garlic in Peter's pockets and a cross on his neck, and that'll keep the long-faced vampires away. Or she could just threaten Amina with a stake to the heart, or threaten to open up the shades and let some sunlight on her. Anyway, now we're being introduced to a rapper named Saigon at Washington Square Park in West Village, New York City. Saigon is talking with the mother of his son, and this gap-toothed horse is named Erica Jean. Saigon got this chick and another chick pregnant about 1 month apart. Ratchet. So his children will have a nice little story to tell when they get older. We find out that Erica lives with her father, and Papa Bear doesn't want Saigon around, not even near his own child. Erica lets us know that she always loved Saigon, and she always wanted to have his baby, with Beyonce music playing in the background. Okay, she didn't say it like that. The two are thinking about starting an official relationship with each other, but they want to spend some more time together to see whether or not they want to be an actual dysfunctional couple. Wow. Now they have a fucking boring storyline. In other words, they won't be on the show next season. And that's if the show is around at all. With all of this bad acting and stage scenes, good luck, Mona Scott. Good luck. Okay, now we're at Columbus Circle in Midtown, New York. Peter is confronting Amina about her telling thirsty rich dollars about their secret marriage. Peter told Amina that she needs to act like his wife. Amina claims that he is a, quote, typical man. I guess she is a typical side order of French fries. She said that she wants to feel different than his family. She wants to be treated in a special way. Well, okay, the princess of infidelity. You are supposed to be Peter's vacation away from his family. Provide the fun and shut the hell up. Anyway, Peter had 5 rules for Amina. She broke one already, and that was to never divulge the information that they are married to anyone. Peter claims to have a lot of deep, dark secrets. Yes, such as the soles of his feet. Amina is happy with Peter as her manager, but she needs for him to be a better husband to her. And if he doesn't confess to their relationship to Tara, Amina will tell her. And Peter will be living uptown, baby, in a box. Peter is already living with Tara, aka the young lady in the shoe. You want to live in a sandal, Peter? If you think that apartment is small now, the alley that you'll be living in will make that shoe look like space. Woo! Now we're at Papa Juan's cigar room in Harlem, New York. Come to find out, Naya has a lot in common with my boo, Erica Mena. She lets Erica in on the dirt about Thirsty Rich and how he was sniffing around at Naya's photo shoot trying to recruit booty and artists. And do you believe that Erica still wants Rich to manage her? Naya believes that she has lost her ever-loving mind. She feels that Rich is dehydrated and a thirsty, chihuahua-looking cornball. So I guess I do agree with Naya on some things. Erica and Naya will be shooting a music video and song together. And they want the music video to be whorish. I mean, why would you be creative when you can be predictable, mediocre, and generic? They said it will be a 3-way between Erica Mena, Sin Santana, and me. They said it will be a 3-some between Nia Lee, Erica Mena, and their money. Alright, so now we'll take a visit to the basketball court with Peter Guns and Saigon. Come to find out, these guys have been friends or acquaintances or whatever the heck they are for a while now. They used to hang around and mess with the groupies together. and run the streets together as well. In other words, two pervy peas in a pod. Birds of a feather flock together. Peter lets Saigon know that seeing that he was poorly treated by Erica Jean in the past, he needs to get a DNA test for that alleged child. Saigon replies by telling Peter that when he is with his daughter, people call her his twin. And when he's with his son, people ask if that's his nephew. And I'm left wondering whether or not Peter ever requested that Tara takes a DNA test. I'm just saying. And we all know that Saigon asking Snagglepuss to take a DNA test will go over about as well as Mama Jones trying to find work as a phone operator. Yeah, it ain't going down. In our next scene, Joe Budden and Tahiry Jose make a trip to the 3XO store in Soho, New York City. Joe is making a deposit into his relationship account like his therapist recommended. And that investment is in a custom pair of jeans for Tahiry's humongous butt cheeks, which of course is for him to look at, which means that he's hooking her up and hooking himself up at the same dang time. Nice, Budden, but stop using my moves. Tahiry will be auditioning for a movie role, and the film shoot will take about 4 to 6 weeks, and it will be in a tropical location. Joe asks if she is going to take the therapist with her that they committed to receive relationship advice from. You see, trust and faith need to be restored in their relationship, and the therapist is supposed to help them to understand each other and grow as a couple. Once again, Joe Budden, red flag. She isn't the one. You two need a therapist and you're not even married yet? Why get divorced later? Don't do it, Giraffe. Don't do it. Joe wants to talk with the therapist about what's going on. Tahiry feels that Joe is being, quote, insecure, which is girl talk, for she just may have a one-night stand while being away and rationalize her dirty deed because of the man being a stranger from a distant land and no love or no feelings are involved, so it, quote-unquote, doesn't count, seeing that women are innumerate. Just my take on it. I could be wrong, but me and wrong barely ever cross paths. In the next scene, we're outside of some sort of restaurant or something with Thirsty Rich Dollars and Yandy Smith. Hopefully Rich will be getting a drink for his dry throat. Every time we see him, he's looking thirsty for something. This meeting of the minds is about their new record label. They have Olivia and L'Oreal already, and they are discussing Amina being their newest recruit. Yeah, with a roster like that, they will be lucky to make any money. They'd be better off using the money to put towards Amina solely in the studio with Timbaland, Dr. Dre, Scott Storch, and Wyclef Jean, and working on some unique hip-hop sounds reminiscent of the 2000 to 2007 or 2002 to 2007 music era or so. Now that would be money well spent. Anyway, Rich Dollars tells Yandy about Amina and Peter's relationship, which puts Yandy in a compromising position. She doesn't want the backlash from Tara. So she's darned if she doesn't, she's darned if she doesn't tell Tara. And in staged reality TV fashion, Yandy invited both Amina and Tara to K. Michelle's party. Anyway, Yandy has to go now. Cucumbers are on sale at Pathmark, and Mendices isn't around, so she went to go handle her business without me. So after Yandy gets up to go leave and take care of herself, one of the Marley sons pops up and sits down with Rich. Now, I don't know which Marley son this was, so don't ask me. Anyway, Saigon goes to talk with Erica Jean, and he can't even come inside of her house. See, her dad would bust out some old kung fu Afro ninja moves if he comes to the door. So he wisely stays put in the car. Saigon thinks that he is a better man than her father's suspects. Yeah, I saw the video of Saigon's sucker punching prodigy of Mobb Deep from 2007. Saigon is a dangerous ex-convict and a thug. Saigon the samurai. Anyway, Erica Jean didn't want Saigon present when she gave birth to her son, allegedly. And when she was pregnant, Saigon went on tour, and Erica was bitter because he wasn't around at the time, allegedly. And she even pulled the female card in their little corny conversation. But forget all of that. Saigon informs Erica Jean that the mother of his other children stated to him that Erica's child does not look like him and that he wants a DNA test. And of course, she wasn't the least bit happy by this request. She was spitting mad. She was so mad that she almost spit another tooth out. And we all know that she can't afford to do that. Anyway, how embarrassing is it to receive a request like this on television? A DNA test? Come on, Saigon. You foul, son. Ask her off camera. Anyway, now we're at Platinum Studios in Hell's Kitchen, New York City. I'm not going to say it this time. Corey Guns is in the studio with his engineer, and his dad, Peter Tarzan Gunn, walks in. We find out that Peter wanted Corey to be a doctor or lawyer. However, he decided to be a pretty good rapper instead. At least a little bit I heard from him was okay. Anyway, Corey lived up to his last name, Guns, and was hit with a gun charge. And now he faces 3 to 5 years in jail. Booty paradise. Dang, Corey, that's what gun permits are for. Anyway, their little chat is rudely interrupted with the devastating and earth-shattering news that Amina Buddafly and Tahiry Wallace are about to be at K. Michelle's party together. Peter runs barefoot like a bat out of hell to get into his rented limo supplied by the show. So now we are at the Griffin in the meatpacking district of New York City. Tahiry wants to have a good time with the girls, as she puts it. Yandy asks Tara if she could imagine if Peter walked his behind up in the party. Now, I expected her to reply by saying as long as he's not barefoot, then she doesn't care. However, she turned it into a Miss Andrew-based male-bashing fest and exclaimed, "I may cut his off." Well, maybe he'll cut your clit off someday, man-eater. And of course, Yandy and K. Michelle thought that this cutting his off comment was just so funny, as if they never heard a woman talk about mutilating a man's genitals before. It's okay, people. It's okay that you think it's funny, because in foreign countries, they're clipping women's off, so laugh it up. How's that equality thing working for you? Anyway, Peter is in his limo that's curiously the same size as his apartment, and he's on his way looking goofy. He has his hands on his face and just acting crazy, acting like a tragic mulatto. And with lots of bad acting and editing, he's crying about how this is gonna mess his game up, and I just feel like I'm gonna puke. Anyway, when Peter arrives, of course, it's just in time to see Amina right before she goes into the door. And neither of his women knew that he was coming, of course, according to the fake storyline. So Peter lets Amina know that she cannot go into that party and that she needs to leave with him now, because she has his word that he's going to tell Tara tomorrow. Yeah, right. And Tara is crying and carrying on like a side chick from hell. Now, I could have sworn that he married her so that she wouldn't be deported back to Germany. She really seems to take this relationship more seriously than she should, but then again, maybe they think that they are in love. Well, guess what? Newsflash, guys, you're not teenagers. Grow up. Y'all aren't in love. You're in lust. The way that Erica Mena feels about me is called being in love. Thank you very much. If I was Peter, both Amina and Tara will be living with me, and we'd be living in the same house together as one big happy family. They'd be sister wives, and they'd be happy. You see, men, bitches are like a business, and you fools don't know how to manage your business. This wouldn't happen to me. My girls would know each other and love each other. Just a tip. You don't have to take my word for it. Y'all can keep going on shows like this, making fools of yourself. Anyway, Amina, who was looking just like Aaliyah in that vampire movie, The Queen of the Damned, doesn't listen to him. She is tired of him telling her what to do, and she even goes to get into the line of the establishment to go inside. However, after some thirsty begging, coercion, Tarzan gets Jane to bounce with him. She says that if he doesn't come clean, she's going to choose where and when she tells Tara. Yada, yada, yada. That was about it for this bad acting. I'll see you next week. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a lot more. Don't forget to comment and tell me what you think about my reviews and my opinions. And if you don't subscribe, I'm going to